It's okay, speak right into this microphone. Everyone will appreciate it. And we've also asked our inductees to limit their remarks, I hope they took notice, to 3 minutes. I don't know what the penalty is if we go over, but that would be appreciated. So we're ready to recognize our 2025 outstanding alumni coach. Well, I saw sports news last night, and this guy's won another game. Congratulations. The outstanding alumni coach of the year award was established by the Hastings College Alumni Association back in 2004. It honors graduates who have shown exceptional achievement in an athletic coaching profession. I am pleased to present the 2025 outstanding alumni coach, Andrew Kuta. Andrew, please come forward. Coincidentally, we have steps on this side and on that side. Here comes Ed. Andrew graduated from Hastings College in 2017 and received his Master's of Arts in Teaching from Hastings College in 2019. Shortly thereafter, the Edgar, Nebraska native returned to his high school alma mater, Sandy Creek, the Cougars, located near Fairfield, Nebraska, to teach mathematics and serve as an assistant coach for the basketball and football programs, before he was then promoted to the head football coach position in 2023. And this is where it gets really interesting. During his first year at the helm, the Cougars transitioned from 11-man football to 8-man football, and they moved from Class C2 in Nebraska to D1. In 2023, Andrew led the Cougars deep into the playoffs before they eventually fell short of the state semifinals to the Stanton Mustangs. So, the Cougars rebounded this past fall in the 2024 season with an explosive offense which averaged more than 50 points per game, and they capped off a perfect 13-0 season, and the program's first Class D1 state championship in school history. That eventually, of course, that 2023 semifinal loss to Stanton, but it was a very, very close 44-42 victory. The Cougars were then named the All-Tribland Boys Team of the Year at the All-Tribland Sports Banquet this past June. So, Chris, I am pleased to present Andrew Kuta as the 2025 Outstanding Alumni Coach of Hastings College.
Andrew, by the power and blessed team of the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby award Andrew Kuta the 2025 Outstanding Alumni Coach Award. Congratulations, Andrew.
As many of my professors could tell you, early in the college career, I come unprepared today, so we'll try to keep this short. I'll start by thanking Dr. Chris and the rest of the Hastings College staff for this award. It's an honor to be awarded this. Certainly want to thank the Sandy Creek program, the Sandy Creek community, for their endless support that they've had over the last 3 to 4 years. I want to thank my parents for their endless support as well. They're here with me tonight. In my time at Hastings, I was able to interact with a number of really outstanding people, and a number of those guys are here today. So I take a moment to reflect on my time here in the 6 years, because I had to make a couple extra bonus years in there, like a few of us do. To really appreciate the time that I spent here. And I think that this place has done such a tremendous job of preparing so many of us for success in the future. And so I think a lot of that is with Hastings College. So thank you.
So we will now meet the individuals being inducted into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame, beginning with the late Lloyd Smith. Smith was a 1952 Hastings College graduate and was a force to be reckoned with on the tennis court. The 4-year leather winner captured 2 individual conference titles and was a member of 3 consecutive Nebraska College Conference team championships. Smith passed away in 2019 at the age of 90 in Manitou Springs, Colorado. Unfortunately, Lloyd's family is not this morning, I think it is evening. Correct my script there. So, Chris, I am pleased to present the late Lloyd Smith for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame, and perhaps a short round of applause and recognition would be appropriate.
By the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct the late Lloyd Smith into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
All right. Our second honoree is Waywood Babunta from Woodbridge, Illinois. Webb is a 1970 Hastings College graduate. He won 2 individual Nebraska College Conference titles, once again, in tennis during his junior and senior seasons. He was also a member of the runner-up NCC team in 1967, early in his career as a freshman. Webb and his family are unable to be with us this evening. So Chris, I'm pleased to present Babunta for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. And once again, a short round of applause.
By the power vested in me of the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Babunta into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Maybe incorrect, but I think that's a Philippine name, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so here's something we should all take note. Those are what we call legacy inductees. When this process was started, and Jim Roby was instrumental in getting this Hall of Fame underway for us in the late 80s, the list of possible honorees approached nearly 500 names. The selection committee would be so appreciative if you know of someone we have overlooked or who is currently someone we should be recognizing. Please don't hesitate to forward that to us. This is an incredibly challenging job, and any insight you provide makes our selection process that much better. So, our third honoree is with us this evening, and he's accompanied by his son, Ethan Herget, who is coming to us from New York City, where he is both an actor and a mom. And he will help Ron with his presentation. So Ron Herget, would you please come forward? Ron is a 1982 graduate of Hastings College from Air, Nebraska. Ron has coached many All-Americans and All-Conference performers during his 20-plus years coaching track and field, football, women's basketball, and of course bowling at Hastings College. He started and built a national powerhouse bowling program and coached the only individual to win back-to-back national titles in bowling, Emily Eckhoff. Ron and his wife Lori, a Hastings College alumni, and one of Ron's biggest cheerleaders I know, are making the most of their time together in Ron's retirement. Their adult children are spread throughout Nebraska and as far east as New York City. As evidenced this evening, Ron has an outstanding following of both former and current Bronco bowlers to cheering on. Chris, I am pleased to present Ron Herget for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
By the power vested in me of the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Ron Herget into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Ron.
Good evening, everyone. We'd like to first congratulate his fellow Hall of Fame inductees. My father is honored to share this evening with you all. Congratulations. My name is Keith, and I'm Ron's eldest son. Every good coach knows that they need to go into a game with a backup plan. And I today have the distinguished pleasure of being the backup plan. You can hardly tell by the look of this beautiful man next to me, but almost 3 months ago to the day, my father underwent a very serious, life-threatening surgery in order to remove cancer from his throat. He has been working very diligently with a speech therapist ever since. In my opinion, he sounds great. He's going to knock his speech out of the park. Myself and my entire family have been empowering him to fully embrace many other in both the arena of sport and in life. Nonetheless, I will be awkwardly hovering close by, just in case. So if I pop out from behind my stepbrother's job interview, we all know why. Without further ado, would you please join me in welcoming him to the podium again, my father, Hall of Fame coach, Mr. Ron Herder.
And he's the shy one of my family. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Roger. Thank you to the Hall of Fame Board. I am honored to be included in the Hastings College Hall of Fame. Having been employed by Hastings College for over 22 years and coached for 6 different sports, I guess it was just an award that I never thought that I'd ever be eligible for. I want to begin by thanking my beautiful bride, Lori. Spending every weekend recruiting, coaching on the road, or practicing, there would be weeks going in when I was just gone, weekend after weekend. I'm sorry, I apologize. There would be weeks going in when I was just gone, weekend after weekend. My athletes came to love the breakfast burritos that Lloyd would get up at 4 a.m. to make for our 5 a.m. departure time. Yeah, they were really good, honestly. Next, I want to thank Butch, Don, Corey, Susie, and Chris for their hours and hours of coaching. Please stand up. They simply would not have been a bowling program without all of their help and expertise. When you start a program from scratch, it's hard to approach athletes while recruiting. How do you approach an athlete when there's no history of how you're doing? How do you convince good players to join the program that's never accomplished anything? Here is where I was very, very blessed. I developed a vision. Of what I wanted the program to look like. I was able to sell this vision of hard work, family atmosphere, and people who deeply care for one another. I can tell you that my athletes honestly loved working together. We developed an atmosphere of athletes who didn't care who received the credit. I'm sorry. It became all about the team. What is best for the team? My goal became my bowling family. Stand up. Stand up. Now that's cool. That's cool, isn't it? I got kids from all over that drove here tonight. For my 5 minutes of glory. Oh, sorry, 2.5 minutes of glory. Almost done. We've qualified for nationals every year except for our first year. We entered the national tournament ranked number 1 in the nation the year of COVID. Unfortunately, the national tournament was canceled 2 days before we were scheduled to begin. I honestly believe that we would have won the national championship. This next part, it's personal. Some of you have known about my submission, and I have been receiving texts from investors telling me that they're praying for me. And I didn't take time out of your day to pray for someone. That's the highest compliment that you can give someone, is to pray for them. And I just want to think, I know that some of you that are from this area that know about this, and I know that you're praying for me. There's nothing above prayer. What did I always say? Boys, it's all about the strife, baby.
Our next honoree is Alan Haynes, a 1996 graduate from Laville, Arizona. Alan ranks third all-time in the 100-meter outdoor event and fourth all-time in the 200-meter outdoor event, and is a member of the school record-setting 4x100-meter relay team, which you'll hear more about later. Haynes placed fourth in the outdoor and indoor events in 1995 and was a six-time All-American in the 60-meter indoor, 102-meter outdoor, and the 4x100-meter outdoor events. Chris, I am pleased to present Alan Haynes for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
By the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Alan Hayes into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Alan.
How can I go on after a great speech like that? Hey, today is a great day to be a part of. I'm so honored and pleased to be here with all of these fine folks. First and foremost, I want to thank God for allowing this to be possible. Thank you to the Hastings College Athletic and Hall of Fame Committee. I can't thank you enough. When I received the call July 31st, I was standing in the truck stop in Picasso Peak, Arizona, which is in the middle of nowhere between Phoenix and Tucson. That day will always be very special to me because that was the 1-year anniversary of my Aunt Maggie's passing. I told the athletic director when I spoke with him that I had been waiting 30 years for this phone call. This is not only a great honor for me, but for the entire Haynes family. I'm so honored tonight to be here with my dad, my cousin, Howard, and my Uncle Gene. Those two men are the oldest surviving members of our family, out of 100 and so first cousins. We've got these two last Mohicans here. And I got my son, my cousin, Jarrell. If there was a Hall of Fame for hard work, my father would be the first ballot inductee. He showed me what true hard work was all about. My father worked 20 years in the packing house, 20 years with the Omaha Public School District full time. Retired 6 months, came out of retirement and did another 20 years part-time. He also worked 20 years part-time on weekends for a hotel. Folks, my dad has been working since he was 3 years old. That's a this bumper is rusted out. We waited on the side of the interstate for about 20 minutes and finally a state trooper came to help out. We fixed the flat road on our way. As we were heading home, my dad looked at me and he said, "Alan, I need you to pick a school soon. I have one bumper left and I need it for the front license plate." He gave me that look that my sister knows all too well. I made my decision that night. To this day, there's no doubt in my mind about the decision that I made. I spent the best 2.5 years of my life here at HC. The education that I learned here put me in a position to succeed in the real world. I rubbed elbows with alums from Stanford, USC, UCLA, Duke, Harvard, Cal Berkeley, University of Arizona, and Arizona State, to name a few. I held my own against the best of their own in my profession. My AC degree allowed me to travel great places and meet a lot of famous people. In closing, I remember a conversation that Dr. Dudley, he said, call me Phil, but he's always going to be Dr. Dudley to me. I remember a conversation that he had with a fellow student several years ago, and he expressed great interest as he told the show scholar how important his Hastings College degree was and how that degree would best serve them over a lifetime. Well, Reggie, Dr. Dudley was right, and I'm a testament to the strong, powerful words. I thank you for this moment, my moment in the sun, and making it so memorable here tonight. This year has made my day, my week, my month, and my eternity. My name is Alan Haynes, and I'm the Hastings College Hall of Famer. I love the sound of that. Thank you.
Our fifth honoree is Dr. Corey Lombardi, a 1997 Hastings College graduate. Corey began his collegiate football career at running back before moving to high back. Back in his senior season, he was a two-time first-team all-conference selection in 1995 and 96. He currently ranks fifth in career rushing yards with 3,018. Accumulating 1,063 of those yards during his senior season. He is also fifth in career touchdowns with 26. Corey resides in Hastings with his wife Carrie, a 1999 Hastings College alumna, and their 4 children. Let me just add one little incident where I appreciate Corey so much. He is the best. But as the men's golf coach one season, I was really struggling with my budget. And this is the guy that came through for me, and I'll forever be grateful. Chris, I am pleased to present Corey Lombardi for election into the Hastings College Athletic Hall.
On the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Dr. Corey Lombardi into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Corey.
Thank you, Dr. Board and Chris. Dr. Board was one of my professors during my time here at Hastings College, and he told me that I was his favorite student in all the years of his teaching. A few months back, Chris called me to tell me about this honor, and one of the things that he had mentioned was that as part of this honor, all of my kids will get free tuition to Hastings College. So thank you. No, on a serious note, I would like to congratulate all the inductees tonight on your achievements. This is a great honor for all of us. I'd like to thank all of you for being here this evening, especially my family and friends. I really appreciate you guys being here. And I'd like to thank my teammates and my coaches that I played with during my time here at Hastings College. Coach
2010. As of 2025, currently, the Southpaw pitcher ranks first in career earned run average with a 2.52 average. First in season strikeouts at 175, and second in a season ERA of 1.32. Chelsea, her husband Brandon, a 2008 Hastings College graduate, and their two sons live in Hastings, Nebraska. Chris, I am pleased to present Chelsea Woodside Jacobs for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
Power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, and do hereby induct Chelsea Woodside Jacobs into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Good evening. Wow, standing here tonight and being inducted is truly overwhelming and something I never expected. To be completely honest, when the phone call rang, I recognized it as a Hastings College number, one of those friendly, hey, would you be willing to make another donation to this fund or department? Much to my surprise, it was Coach Clemens on the other side. I thought I could do it. So, there's several people throughout my career that I'd like to thank, but to keep it short and only naming a few of those people. First and foremost, I want to thank my parents. None of this would have been possible without all the endless pitching lessons, hitting lessons, travel tournaments, travel softball, you know what that looks like. So, thank you for sitting it through, teaching me to work hard, and never giving up. Your sacrifice and believing in me laid the foundation of every success I've ever had, and for that I'm forever grateful. To Coach Fran Hall, got to catch up with him a little earlier today, I don't think he's here tonight. I have him to thank for recruiting me and helping me to see a future at Hastings College. He was recruiting me to pitch and to hit, and it wasn't until I was on my visit here, he took us out to lunch at the local cafe, and was going on and on about this other recruit that he was also wanting to bring in who was a lefty. And so finally I kept my mouth shut long enough and I said, well, you know, Fran, I'm a lefty too. And he said, you are? And so, just kind of funny, we were able to laugh several times about that. So regardless, he saw potential in me and gave me the opportunity to be part of something truly special here. Coach Baker, sure been through a lot together, however all the time that we've been at Hastings College. You changed the way I saw myself as a player. As a pitcher, you wouldn't let me settle for only being a thrower. You pushed me and challenged me to master my craft and learn how to be a true pitcher. You challenged me in ways I needed, and because of that, I grew up to be not only an athlete, but a competitor. Thank you for believing me and expecting more from me than I sometimes expected for myself. My time at Hastings College was more than just games and practices, it became my home. I truly loved playing for the Rogue softball team. I was lucky enough to be surrounded by a group of incredible young women who were not only very talented teammates themselves, but also many who became lifelong friends. I'm especially grateful that many of those special people are here tonight. Kayla, Jenica, Bree. We entered this journey as teammates and left college as lifelong best friends. Also want to give a shout out to Mallory, another teammate that I got to play with. That's her husband's getting inducted as well tonight, so that was pretty special. She reminded me that somehow I broke her hand, which I don't think is true, but we'll let you live with that. So, softball is and always will be a team sport, and we definitely had a team that was something special. The team I was fortunate to be a part of would play together and always support one another, a group of selfless individuals that competed hard and never settled for anything but their best. There's also a few other sides that I'd like to thank for being here: my husband, my children, my sister, my mother and father-in-law, the Baker family, John, Josh, Scott, and kids, Pete and Libby. Thank you for your support on being here tonight. I'm still proud to be part of the program beyond my playing days, from being a graduate assistant to a full-time assistant coach, and now as a volunteer role. Hastings College continues to hold a special place in my heart, and I'm honored to help shape the next generation of progress. This induction is not just a recognition of past accomplishments, it's a reflection of all the people who helped me along the way, and a reminder of how lucky I've been to be part of something incredible, an incredible program of even more incredible people. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Go Broncos.
2012 graduate. Alicia was a two-time first-team All-GPAC selection for women's basketball in 2010 and 11, and a second-team All-American in 2011, and a first-team All-American selection in 2012. As of 2025, she's the Broncos' 8th all-time leading scorer, 3rd all-time leading rebounder, 1st in career and season field goal percentages, and the all-time leader in career blocks. That's an incredible resume. Alicia and her husband Brian and their 2 young children live in Green, Nebraska. Chris, I'm pleased to present Alicia Stafford Techman for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
By the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Alicia Stafford Techman into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Hey, I'm Alicia. I'm honored, and I want to say thank you to Hastings College for honoring me with this award. I was fortunate to be named All-American and hold a few honors or a few records at the school, but nothing would have been possible without my teammates, my family, my friends, and my coaches. Thank you, Coach A, for being here, stable to my career, and thank you, family, for supporting me. Go Broncos!
Our 8th and final individual inductee is Tom Van Hout. Tom anchored the offensive line in the Bronco football team, starting as a right rear guard just 4 games into his freshman season. Then he moved to the left tackle midway through his sophomore season. He was what then head coach Paul Berkowitz quoted as a mainstay on the offensive line, armed with an unbelievable personality. Tom, I don't know what to make of that, but that is a quote. That's a quote from his head coach. We do know this. He was a first-team All-American in 2011, was twice named a first-team All-Conference selection in 2010 and 11, and was a second-team All-Conference selection in 2009, early in his career. Tom and his wife Mallory, a 2012 Hastings College graduate, and their 3 children live in Gretna, Nebraska. Chris, I'm pleased to present Tom Van Hout for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
By the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Tom Van Hout into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Well, I love when you're introduced as an offensive lineman, they have to start bringing up stats like where you currently live and how many children you have, because there's not much else to report on, but I love it. First off, I just want to say that thank you to you 2 gentlemen for this evening, but Hastings truly is a special place. It's where I met my wife, where I started my family, and where I decided what I wanted to do with my life. This is also a place where I met some of my best friends that are here to share this evening tonight. Hastings will forever hold a special place in my heart due to these relationships. My family, thank you so much for supporting me every single way in this journey. Could not have been the person I am without you guys. As a lineman, you're always a bigger guy, and you need a very special support system outside of your mother. At every step of my growing up, I had a special lunch lady in my life. When I was in elementary school, I had the greatest 2 older ladies
think that comment about Tom's personality was a really positive one. That's a really nice comment. So now we move to the portion of the program where we recognize two teams. One very small team, I mean their coaches here. Is that correct? And then we'll do a larger team with the women's basketball. But first, we want to talk about the 1994 men's 4x100 relay team. The team composed of Alan Haynes, who we've enjoyed listening to, Josh Kitchen, Keith Salyers, and Craig Taylor, coached by Mark Gray, won the conference championship in their event, and they hold the Hastings College record to this day. They finished second at the National NAIA Outdoor National Championships at Azusa Pacific in California. Chris, I'm pleased to present the 1994 men's 4x100 relay team for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. I believe Coach Mark's going to make comments on their behalf.
By the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct the 1994 men's 4x100 relay team into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
So guys elected me to speak on their behalf. You don't have to be very intelligent to be a track coach. You just have to be able to say, run fast and turn left. And these guys did that really well. We'll touch base on each one of them a little bit. Josh Kitchen was our leadoff runner that year. He was a freshman. And it's very heady stuff to be able to go to the national championship, run 3 rounds, and the rest of them were confident that he would make a false start. I don't think Josh ever false started in the time that he did. And that takes a lot of moxie to be able to do that, especially at the national level. Keith was our second runner. Keith was the utility man in the track program. Ran everything from Open 400 to the 400 hurdles to the 4x2 to the 4x4, and he did it extremely well. This is Keith's third induction into the Hall of Fame for the cross-country track and field. Now, Craig Taylor, we have been unable to locate. Unfortunately, Craig came to us from Nassau, Bahamas. The interesting part about Craig is that he came in January, and we went to Omaha to pick him up at the airport in the middle of a snowstorm. Craig got off the plane in 15-degree weather with a tank top, shorts, and flip-flops. And he goes, Coach, it wasn't like this when I left the Bahamas. So the first stop that we made, we went home, was to Walmart so we could get a little more coat. Alan was our anchor. And I think in my career, which spans about 50 years of coaching, I don't know if I've seen an athlete have a single-day performance greater than Alan did. He finished in 1994 at the national meet. He was the national runner on 100 meters. He got beat by 3/100ths of a second. He was the third-place finisher in the 200 meters and got beat by about 0.2 of a second. And he anchored our 4x1 relay to second place, and we got beat by 0.3 of a second. And we celebrated. The only bad part about the relay was the fact that we lost to our arch rivals, Doan. And so that was an interesting day. So we missed having 3 national champions by a total of less than 0.3 of a second that day. And that's unheard of for us to be able to do that, and Alan carried it off very well. So these guys made my job extremely easy. They worked hard, and since then I know they have been super representatives of Hastings College. So I would like just to take a minute to editorialize here just for a second. Since leaving Hastings College, my goal was to be a Division I head coach. So if you look at my resume, it kind of looks like an atlas of the Midwest. I've been at a lot of different institutions, both public, at Cato State, Dakota State, South Dakota, and prior. And I'm not saying this to be about me, I'm saying this to be about Hastings College. I have knowledge of institutions because I was I did this ceremony at two institutions where I was athletic director as well, and the high schools. Now let me tell you, there is no place that does it better than Hastings College. No place. And I am so proud to be affiliated with this institution through the alumni program for the Hall of Fame, and I know that these guys are too. And I hope I speak for most of the nominees tonight. Please, the committee, do not underestimate the gravity of this situation. Do not underestimate what this award means to these people. Because as you get older and you move away from those experiences that you had in your life, these nights like tonight mean more than you can ever know. And so thank you.
Thank you, Bart. I'm now honored to introduce the 2008-2009 women's basketball team, who finished as NAIA Division II national runners-up in Sioux City, Iowa. They fell to the eventual champion Morningside by a score of 68-63, and that still hurts a little bit, probably. But this is quite a group, and we're so honored to be able to honor them this evening. We're talking about Lindsay Ducey, who was named to the All-Tournament First Team, while teammate Kim Phelan was named to the All-Tournament Second Team and received the Hustle Award. So the members of the team include Megan Tesh Amdahl, Rachel Underwood Berry, and Rachel will be speaking on behalf of the team. Brianna Becker, Brittany Hoyes-Rothman, Sarah Cambridge, Kate Hogmeyer Nance, Lindsay Ducey, of course, Kim Phelan, of course, Jennifer Gold, Elizabeth Barber Haney, Sophia McDermott, Heather McEwen, Justin Deathless Mertens, Tanea Housden Mellman, Leanne Jameson Muncie, Elise Schwacki, I'm going to say this wrong, Lucasa, I hope that's close, Alicia Statler Templin, Elizabeth Lipker Wilker, Chelsea Bourdain Watson, Amber Kulis, Lukashevsky, I'll leave it at that, and Jamie Wellens Wright. The team was coached by Jeff Dittman and assisted by Summer White Anderson and grad assistant Jessica Van Moy. That's the toughest names I have ever had to read from a podium. So Chris, I am pleased to present the 2008-2009 women's basketball team for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
Before I conduct them into the Hall of Fame, Coach Jeff Dittman called me yesterday and asked me to return his call for a call this morning, and he apologizes for not being here. And I think when I told Sophia why he's not here, she was shocked. It's his daughter's 18th birthday, and I think his daughter used to ride the bus
Reflecting on that incredible year brings back a flood of memories. Countless hours of hard work, relentless determination, and steadfast teamwork. I also fondly remember all of our team get-togethers, long and entertaining bus rides, our practices against the men's baseball team, and playing mini games in front of a near sold-out crowd. I know each player, no matter how big or how small their role was, had a huge impact on our team's success. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the coaches and staff, our families for their unconditional encouragement, and especially my teammates who made this season an unforgettable one. To conclude, I know Hastings College is truly a special place, and I'm honored that I got to play here for 4 years. I know my teammates would agree that there is no place like Hastings. Thank you, and go Broncos.
You know, I think Coach Mark Gray said it as well as could ever be said. And Mark, thank you for those comments. I think many of us who are so long associated with Hastings College would absolutely totally agree. This is a special place. I don't know if you guys realize or can appreciate what it takes to run a sports program that has now grown to 23 intercollegiate sports. I just did the Golden Graduates commencement speech this morning, class of 75. You know, we didn't have women's athletics. That year, they introduced their first attempt at a women's volleyball team while still having a cheerleader for the women called the Phillies. So much has changed. Do you know what it costs to have 23 coaches, assistant coaches, travel budgets, equipment budgets, overnight stays, meals? Our conference extends 500 miles to northeast Iowa now, where all of it is. At least we got rid of Jamestown and that 540 mile drive. You know what it costs to take a football team that far in 2 buses? We're lucky. This is all Midwest. We're within reasonably close distances. 2/3 of our enrollment are involved in intercollegiate athletics. This year's freshman class, 70% are here because they want to compete, they want to continue and participate in their favorite sport. That's what a small college like this today is all about. It's participation. Maybe somebody will break through from that group and become professional in their sport. Not likely statistically, but it has happened. We just recently completed a $1.1 million upgrade to our track. And I think our track participants would tell you this is as fine a running surface as there is in this part of the country. Only if we had an indoor facility could we say we have the best of everything in track and field. 20% of our scholarships are paid for. That's through endowment accounts and your support of our annual fund, the fundraiser. And this coming Tuesday, we have Together Tuesday, a special effort to support Hastings College. Please help in that way if you possibly can. But take the contrast of that. 20% is funded of these scholarships. Where do you think the other 80% comes from? It's a write-off. It's a simple write-off. And I'll tell you what, I've been here 57 years, and I can tell you this is the Achilles heel of a small college. We simply have to do better.